Well, just getting the sound on. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. What an incredible summer evening here in the city of Prospect. Welcome to all of you. What a lovely evening, and we're inside in this cocktail atmosphere because, of course, we're staying together but apart. So just to start, the City of Prospect acknowledges that we're on the traditional land of the Kaurna people of the Adelaide Plains, and we pay respect to elders past and present. We recognise and respect their cultural heritage, beliefs and relationships with the land. We also acknowledge that they are of continuing importance to the Kaurna people living today. So welcome everybody. What a special occasion as we recognise the recipients of the 2021 Australia Day Awards, and to celebrate with our 2020 Australia Day Award recipients and 2020 Community Service Award recipients. Welcome, a very warm welcome. It's great to see you again. Last year, of course, our Australia Day Awards were presented a little bit down the road on a stage with thousands of people. Much love, terrific. We would say much love. We would say, envy there, I think, probably. Just, the event, the best event in the galaxy, the known galaxy we do. But it's not about that. Today, of course, because of reasons that we're here at AED, a wonderful community hub and council offices, and to do it differently. So it's intimate tonight. But in fact, in many ways, thousands of people can be milling around, but tonight we can be together in a very intimate way. And I think it's great. And thank you so much for coming in. It's just great to see everybody here. And thank you for arriving so timely. I think people were very early. And so plenty of time to get out there into that sunshine. I'd particularly welcome our guests this evening who were the 2020 Australian Day Award recipients, and of course the recipients of the Council's 2020 Community Service Award to return to this venue after receiving their award at a ceremony held in early December, a couple of weeks before Christmas break. So obviously it's just so good to bring together so many people who are important to this community, who've given so much, and we just are very honoured to be able to honour you tonight. Most importantly, of course, I welcome tonight the recipients of our 2021 Australian Day Awards who will be recognised on the stage this evening And I do really look forward to hearing your individual stories, which is so incredibly important. And I'm sure will be inspirational as we hear them. You guys are the absolute fabric of us, so you're the best of what we do, and we're just so delighted that you could be here. Just a quick bit of housekeeping. I'm sure it'll be fine tonight, but if anything goes wrong, please leave through that door. I normally do the joke that just follow me, I'll be screaming and running in that direction, but of course that's pretty tasteless. As you go out that door and you go right, there are the toilet facilities. I just want to thank Sky and Damien. Sky and Damien, down the back. Let's give them a hand tonight. There we go. Lovely tunes there. It's just my pleasure tonight to introduce Uncle Lewis O'Brien to deliver the Ghana. Thank you. Let's give him a hand as he comes.
Arawai Janga, Ghana Mian and Awamani, Mani Kuni Ghana Yavan. My Birko, Mankalakala, Tanzania, Mianaku. Nature Yugandalia, Nature Yakandalia, pardon me, everybody. On behalf of the Ghana people, I welcome you all to Ghana country, and I do this ambassador of the LA Plains people, my brothers, my sisters, my Swampy and Harmony. I read a very interesting story this year about Yari. Yari was a Wadri man, and in 1852, he made a bark canoe, and bark canoes only hold one people, but he got it to hold 6. He paddled for 40 hours, and he saved 49 people of the floods of Gundagai in 1852. In 2020, they put up a statue to Yari for his heroic efforts. So this country has hidden history, and it comes out occasionally in a story like that. Tonight we have similar awards. We have the Prospect County Gift Award for people in the country in this area that makes the country a bit better for us living here. It's for this area plus for Australia. We also congratulate the nominees and wish them well tonight. I should leave you with one little story. A little girl was painting and drawing in the classroom, and the teacher said, "What are you drawing here?" She said, "I'm drawing a picture of God." "Oh dear, we don't know what God looks like." She said, "You will in a minute."
Thank you very much, Uncle Lewis. A lot of wisdom in there, Uncle Lewis. It's now my pleasure to introduce Mayor David O'Loughlin to commence the formalities this evening. Let's welcome him as he comes. Thank you.
Thanks, Nigel, and welcome everybody. A very special welcome to Mr. Speaker Organis, the Federal Member for Adelaide, to the Honourable Rachel Sanson, the Minister for Child Protection, State Member for Adelaide, to the Honourable Russell Wortley, MLC, the Member of the Legislative Council, to Ms. Andrea Michaels, MP, the Member for Enfield, Uncle Lewis O'Brien, of course, we've just heard from, who's our Ghana representative, very, very welcome here on multiple occasions, including tonight. To Ivan T. Copley, OAM, the Australia Day Ambassador, our good speaker tonight, who I'll introduce in a moment. To the councillors from the City of Prospect, to our CEO, of course, who's been acting as the MC, Nigel McBride, to our staff who've put on this event and is serving you tonight, and to all of our very special guests, the City of Prospect 2021 Australia Day Citizen of the Year Award recipients, the 2020 Australia Day Citizen of the Year Award recipients, and the 2020 Community Service Award recipients. So we have some very, very special people in the audience tonight. And I just would like to take this moment, if I could, to embarrass those award recipients, the Community Service Award recipients, and the 2020 Australia Day Award recipients. If you can just stand up for a second, just to show us who you are. I know some of you are here, Community Service Award recipients. Thank you very much. Please give them a round of applause. That's true. The great thing about these people is that they've come to the inauguration of the new recipients, and we're very grateful for that, because we don't want to have that trend stop like it is elsewhere. But we also, I wanted to make you feel a little bit more special, because last year was a year where it was very hard to make people feel special, because so many events that the council had planned were unable to be carried out. that distressed us greatly. Not to mention the poor staff who were playing some events 5 times, only to have them cancelled at the last minute after permutation 73 was knocked out as well. So those events that did happen, we're extremely grateful for, and we were able to have a very special event for our community service award recipients recently. So thank you for all you've done for us, not just last year, but leading up to your award last year. I'd also like to introduce our special guest speaker for this evening's Australia Day ceremony. He's a Boomerang Ghana man. He received the 2005 Premier's Award for Community Achievement. In 2009, he received the South Australian of the Year Award, and in 2012 received the Order of Australia Medal, an OIM, as well. Since these awards, he's been appointed an ambassador for the Australia Day Council of South Australia. He believes reconciliation is about Aboriginal, Torres Strait Islander peoples and all other Australians understanding and resolving the problems of the past, developing and implementing reconciliation action plans, and participating in physical interaction. I am, of course, talking about our First Nation elder, Ivan Tingley Copley, OAM. Please make him very welcome.
Now that's an introduction and a half, isn't it? Gee, read my award. I'd like to start by thanking Uncle Lewis Rebecca O'Brien AO for providing us with a welcome to Ghana land. We are all truly honoured by his presence, and also we pay my respects to all the past and present whilst we're in this country here. Thank you, Mayor Lachlan, for the introduction and the council for providing this event as we meet here and share this amazing land together as Australians. I've got 4 minutes, so I'm sort of ripping through this. VIPs, council members, award recipients, special guests, which I mean, that's everyone here. Everyone truly special is here this evening. I have a couple of things to say. Like I said, I've got 4 minutes to be up here and say a few things, and I don't think you can change the future in 4 minutes, but all those little minutes help. As the appointed Australia Day ambassador, I have a few words then. And this year's theme is reflect, respect, and celebrate. And I think these are really great little words. Reflect on our past and acknowledge our history, the good and the bad. Respect all the facets and the people of our multicultural society and what it provides. Celebrate and be proud of this amazing land, and that we get to learn from it and be part of the oldest living, surviving culture in the world. Well, is everyone excited? Half you are, anyway. Is everyone excited? Yes. Yeah, of course you are. And you should be too. There's many reasons. The biggest reason is really about the recipients and people and past recipients here tonight. But you also get a holiday on the 26th of work, and you get paid for it. That's great. Really important. Yeah, as I said, maybe you're one of the amazing people who are here tonight that are being recognised and acknowledged for your personal contributions to the wider community. And I extend my congratulations to those who have been nominated, past recipients and those that are going to be recipients. Whatever the reason is, whatever your descendants is, each and every person here today should feel proud to be Australian. Celebrating a unique multicultural backgrounds and history, and those people that make us proud to be Australians. All of these things have made us know who we are, what we have achieved to date, and up to here in 2021. We all have the ability to do more than we ever thought we could. I never thought I'd public speak, not in many years once. Not through that country still, but although we can be perfect, can't be perfect, we can always try to do the best we can with what we have. And remember, we're all equal as Australians. And that's symbolised in marriage. Ghana's amazing. Uncle Lewis told me this one around circles and semicircles and how it shows that everybody has equal opportunity, equal access, equal people. As an Aboriginal man and ambassador for the Australia Day Council, these are just my thoughts, and I truly believe it is about working together and forming these strong relations by listening to each other, so future generations of Australians can look back and feel proud of what we all have achieved today. So thanks very much for having me up here. I have to get off. And congratulations to all those here tonight and the people that have provided this event, the people that have been nominated, and those recipients that we're about to hear from. Should be proud just to be an Australian. And so, thank you.
You're not going anywhere. I need some help, but you're the man, you're just the man to help me. What a great speech and a speech from an ambassador of the Australia Day Council. And we're very fortunate to have the Australia Day Council here in South Australia because they provide the Citizen of the Year awards and they support the framework and in turn council support the Australia Day Council. So it's a great relationship. It's administered by local government authorities throughout the state on behalf of the council. Now we have the award categories, which are Citizen of the Year, Young Citizen of the Year, Community Event of the Year, and a fourth category that's been introduced this year for us, active citizenship. So we're very excited about that, to have four categories. And unfortunately, because of the COVID crisis last year, as I mentioned before, many community events were not able to be held. So there were no nominations received for Community Event of the Year for 2021. Of course, you know, it could have been, if you'd actually managed to pull off a significant event last year, you would almost certainly won the award. Not just because you're the only one, but that was a remarkable achievement if you actually got the event up and running. And I just want to echo Ivan's words about the recipients tonight. And I'll read you the citations. You will agree with us, the council and myself, about how amazing these stories are and what great people we are blessed to have in and working with us here at the City of Hospital. A few of us who are here in the audience tonight were at Government House for the South Australian Citizen of the Year Awards, and to hear some of those stories, to hear what people have been doing and what's led them to be in that special place of receiving recognition from the government, the Premier, and the leader of the opposition, the entire crowd that was gathered there, really just warms your heart to think that the way that society works is through good people doing good things. And so often we forget that because, of course, those stories don't sell newspapers. They rarely get published. And so this is an occasion for us really to reflect on what almost everybody does, which is amazing things. But we pick out on this occasion some very special people doing some very special things. I'm very proud to be the mayor of this city, to be able to bring in this section of our calendar, because for us at council, it's a special time, and for me as a mayor, it is a real privilege to recognise the achievements of these wonderful people. I also want to echo our commitments to the Ghana traditions, which we're really still uncovering. I'm so grateful to have Uncle Lewis here because he's able to give us something new. Every time he speaks, we learn something new from Uncle Lewis. And tonight we heard about a rescue of 49 people. Was it this guy said? I had never heard that before. What an incredible story. And commemorated quite appropriately that 1859, was it? 1852, commemorated quite appropriately in 2020. Isn't that worth thinking about? 1852 recognised in 2020. There's so much for us to reflect on and to learn. And I'm so proud to be the mayor of a council that's named this whole facility after a Ghana name, Bayindi. Spelled, with a T and a TH, but pronounced Bayindi in the Ghana pronunciation. And the word means to seek, to look, or to prospect. And we thought that was a really fitting name for our building where people come to the library to research, to meet, to look, to think, to work with each other. Also, of course, the City of Prospect, which was named after the name the colonialists gave to it, was when they looked across the parklands of North Adelaide and saw lots of she oaks, lots of trees doing really well. And they said, pretty good prospects over there, that we'll call that Prospect. And they cut down all the trees. That's a good story. They want to farm land. Anyway, here we are, this very special evening. So we do have the three awards tonight, which are the Citizen of the Year, Young Citizen of the Year, and the Active Citizenship Awards. Now, the people chosen for these awards have achieved great things in the year immediately prior to receiving this award, as well as perhaps for some a list of past achievements and ongoing contributions to the community is also been taken into consideration. The selection criteria for Citizen of the Year and Young Citizen of the Year are a significant contribution to the community, an inspirational role model for the Australian community, the scope of impact of the individual's contribution and what that's had on the local government area. The new award for active citizenship in its first year is made available for a person delivering outstanding work for an event or cause staged in the community during this past year. And I'm now very happy to be able to announce the award winners for the city of Austin. So we're pleased this year for our active citizenship year. In its first year, an inaugural year, we had some great nominations and we ended up with 2 winners. No one said you couldn't have 2, so we've got 2 winners. And the winners are Alex Stewart and Cameron McGilvray. I'd like to welcome Alex Stewart to the stage to receive the City of Prospect's 2021 Active Citizenship Award. Come up here, Alex. Your background is to stand here and soak it all up while I talk about you, if that's okay. So look at the audience and just feel all up. Blackfriars College nominated Alex for his resilience for overcoming exceptional challenges and being a valued mentor for younger students in the Blackfriars community. Alex is always positive and encourages others to do the same, even in the face of adversity, mentoring younger students who find transitioning to high school very challenging. With the support of the school counsellor, Alex recently mentored and supported a Year 6 student whose father passed away earlier this year. The student, after spending time with Alex, reported to his mum that happiness is a choice and that he chooses happiness, as that is what his father would have wanted for him. Demonstrating that Alex did a fantastic job as a compassionate mentor. Mid-year, the school received a call from a member of the public who had witnessed an act of kindness by Alex and another Blackfriars student who was seen assisting an elderly lady in Rundle Mall. The elderly lady had become disoriented, and the students assisted the lady to a taxi and then were then seen checking their wallets to see if they had enough money to pay for the elderly lady's taxi fare. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Alex Chu as one of our active citizenship awards. Thank you, Alex. Did you want to say a few words at all? Soak up all the love. Okay, fantastic. Now, we have our second Active Citizenship Award winner. I'd like to ask you to applaud Cameron McGilvray again as he comes to the stage. Cameron, as for Alex. Play some music. Prescott College nominated Cameron for the Active Citizenship Award for his involvement in activities for the school and Scouts SA. For over 9 years, Cameron has consistently demonstrated a commitment and a willingness to help others, whilst developing a wide range of skills that make his contribution significant to the school and their community events. Cameron often is involved in travel to rural locations for extended periods of time and working with all age groups, i.e. children, Indigenous elders and events that range from environmental rehabilitation and land care to fundraising, community support and education. Cameron developed the role of Captain Cam, a mascot for the annual Stormco Kids Club program run by Prescott College. That name Captain Cam didn't have anything to do with you. Folk hero. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, just coincidental. Mentoring Indigenous children and adolescents during school holiday programs at Port Augusta. Cameron's an exemplary role model as an assistant leader to the Tabaroo Cub Group as well, promoting the attributes of dedication, enthusiasm, and kindness by promoting the importance of civic responsibility. Cameron's achieved his SACE and his extracurricular activity achievements. Alongside that, and before that, included the Australian Scout Medallion in 2017, the Queen's Scout Award in 2020, Duke of Edinburgh Award, Certificate for in Business, the Eastern Health Authority I'm Alert Food Safety Induction, and the Basic First Aid from St. John's Out. Please join me in congratulating Cameron as one of our active citizens. Okay, I think great examples of citizenship in our young people, it turns out this year. But active citizenship is not just the realm of young people. It turns out that's what's happened, because we also have the 2021 Young Citizen of the Year Award. I'm delighted to ask you to welcome Dylan Lowe to the stage to receive that award. There's that crowd. I love you. I love you even more when I read this. Yeah, sure. Dylan's been an active member of the Prospect Tennis Club since 1999, playing matches at 8 years of age, and he's still playing today 20 years later. At 18 years of age, he became the club's treasurer. And 10 years later, he still holds that position along with other roles, such as the chairman of the club's match committee and club captain. Dylan coordinates senior practices on Thursday nights and introduced Tuesday night training 3 years ago to replace our earlier social mixed doubles competition hosted by the club, which he helped coordinate for 10 years prior to that. During most of his teenage years, he assisted with the junior group coaching and holiday tennis. Dylan has a passion for tennis and is described as hardworking, well-meaning, collaborative, and inclusive member of the management committee who's involved in all aspects of the club. Cooking barbecues, coordinating teams, staffing the canteen, cleaning up after anything and everything is often the last one to leave the club. Forever smiling and open and welcoming to all that walk through the door at the Prospect Tennis Club, just down the street. In his time as treasurer, he's overseen and grown the club's funds to upgrade 4 courts and the kitchen canteen, and he continues to make improvements with the help of small grants and sponsorships. Dylan is an inspirational role model, and besides being an asset to the Prospect Tennis Club, he's achieved academic and professional achievements well beyond his 28 years. Dylan's indicated that he will now run for club president at the Prospect Tennis Club's next AGM. Is that not used to do that stuff? I think we're correct. He's going to put it in there. Making him, if he gets elected, of course, fierce contest being on the executive at any sport club, making Dylan the youngest president in 40 years. Join me in congratulating Dylan and his executive. Okay, thank you very much, Dylan. All the best with the AGM. Make sure that there's no other nominations. That's the way to win. All right, doesn't always work. So congratulations. Terrific effort. I'd like to now announce the Peak Award for tonight, which is the 2021 Citizen of the Year Award for the City of Prospect. And it gives me great pleasure to ask you to help me welcome Chris Whiteside to the stage. Well done, Chris. Yeah, Chris, over here, play some music. Now, ask judges, have a look at them. Very good company. Now, Chris brings skills, integrity, commitment and initiative to her volunteer role as a Justice of the Peace in the City of Prospect. Chris also plays a key role in ensuring a high level of support and advice is provided to other JPs within the service. She offers her time as a JP 3 days each week and is always the first person to take on extra shifts when needed. In March of this year, when COVID restrictions put our volunteer programs on hold, Chris volunteered her time to provide telephone welfare calls to many of our vulnerable citizens throughout the city. Other than the City of Prospect, Chris also volunteers her time with various organisations and has an outstanding volunteering reputation well beyond our council. Chris shows dedication to her work and as a caring personality. Her passion for volunteering highlights herself and strive to help others, always going above and beyond her required tasks to support others. Her volunteer work at the Youth Hostels Association of South Australia earned her an Order of Australia for service to youth in 2005. And she has sat on the Duke of Edinburgh Expedition Panel where she served as an advisor. So, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to present to you the City of Prospect's 2021 Citizen of the Year, Chris Whiteside.
Oh, we've dropped half of it already.
Oh, lovely. Thank you very much. Oh, oh, okay. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yes.
Oh, to the photo.
Chris wants to say a few words, but we'll get this done first.
Thank you.
Very much. That's it. Welcome, Chris, to the rostrum.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm very humble and honoured to accept this award, as it came as a complete surprise. I have always been an advocate for voluntary work and started when I was approached at the age of 17 to run a build buy company, even though I never did build buys. On reaching 21, I ventured off overseas on a working holiday, joining the Hostel Association of South Australia in order to experience hosteling overseas. 3 years later, on my return back to Adelaide, I joined the activities group of YHA of South Australia and participated in extensive bushwalking, canoeing and other outdoor activities. Before long, I was part of the committee, and then I took on the role of chair of the activities group, which I held for 20 years. I was very active in those days. I was also nominated as chair of the board of YHA of South Australia, which was responsible for running the association and its numerous hostels across the state. And as part of that role, I also sat on the board of YHA Australia. These two positions I held for over 15 years. During this time, due to my extensive experience and expertise in outdoor activities, I was approached by the Duke of Edinburgh Award scheme to head up the Expedition Gold Award panel for South Australia, and also became a member of the Duke of Edinburgh Award board, who were responsible for running the award throughout South Australia. Working with young people and encouraging them to extend themselves and experience the outdoors, which many never had the opportunity to do so, or doing voluntary work in the community, which were two sections of the award I found to be most rewarding. All this kept me very busy while holding down a full-time job, but I enjoyed every minute of it. On retiring from the government, I took up voluntary work with Meals on Wheels and also drove a bus and organised day trips for residents from Helping Hand to Northgate. For some residents, this was their only trip outside of the premises, as they had no family or visitors or friends visiting them. As a JP, I approached the Prospect Council to see if I could offer my services, which were duly taken up, and have enjoyed working with them ever since. I also have assisted with various other council events, such as two terrific street parties and also the Prospect Fairs. I was warmly welcomed by Alison Wall, the Community Volunteer Programme Coordinator, and also the council staff. They made me feel that I am not just a volunteer, but an integral part of their team. During COVID, early last year, when JP services were temporarily suspended, I assisted a team from Prospect Council in regularly ringing vulnerable residents in the area to ensure they were okay and they required assistance. This was twofold, as it also helped me, as I was also feeling the isolation with everything being closed. And those that know me, I'm a doer and hyperactive, so this helped to retain my sanity. So I thank the council for that. The Prospect Council offers a superb JP service to the community, 5.5 days a week, and people come from far and wide to access this amazing service. Our clients come from a diverse cross-section of cultures, and everyone who attends can't thank us enough for the time and service we provide. When they leave, having achieved what they needed and feeling good, it is a ripple effect, as it also makes me feel good that I have helped somebody. Volunteering is giving up some of your time, sharing your skills, knowledge and expertise, and assisting members of the community. As I used to tell my team at Rules of Rules, because you gave up 4 hours of your time today to cook a meal, 70 people were able to sit down to have a hot 3-course meal. So that's what volunteering is all about. I cannot stress enough how much I have enjoyed volunteering over the years, which has been quite diverse across many communities. It is so rewarding, and I encourage everyone to get out there and have a go. Thank you once again for this award. I'm truly honoured. Thank you.
Wow, fantastic speech, just filling in those missing bits that you weren't sure what she did with her spare time. Right, just used it all up. We're so grateful to have you, Chris, working in our community and all of the award recipients tonight. And as I said before, we're so grateful to have the ability to reward people's efforts, including those recent award recipients for the Australia Day Awards last year and Community Service Awards. Together you work to really provide the glue that binds our community together. You know, the people that take the time to talk to neighbours, the people that take the time to put their hand up to be on a sporting club executive, the people that take the time to show some kindness, to be involved, to help others. It really is what makes us a fantastic community, neighbourhood, and really a great country as well. It's my very great pleasure to have led proceedings tonight to be able to share with you those stories. And I also want to take the time to thank the nominees, because there really can't be award recipients without there being nominations. They are incredibly important. So thank you to those of you who took the time to think about it and to nominate somebody. You are very, very special in your own right. For the rest of you who didn't nominate somebody, please think about that in the upcoming year for Community Service Awards or Australia Day Awards as well. It's a great thing to do, and it's one way that you can make sure that someone you know and love and you've seen work very hard gets recognised for their efforts, and I'm sure they'll be equally chuffed. I also want to thank my willing assistant here tonight, Ivan Tibu Copley. Thank you very much for your assistance. Job well done. Another round of applause for our ambassador. Thank you. You're all very welcome to stay. The official proceedings are over, but there will be music. There's still some food and drinks up there. We'd love you to enjoy each other's company for a little bit longer. And of course, if you want to get a group shot with your family or your loved ones here up on the stage, we'd be happy to accommodate that. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, and congratulations again to our winners.